What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. Beautiful scene here. Look at that beautiful sunset about to head you all's way out there in the west as it leaves the motherland, bringing you all a kiss from out here in the east so that you all can feel the love that I'm feeling while I'm out here. But I want to definitely share and talk about some things that I have even gained more knowledge in the African countries that I have been in. Here in Sierra Leone, I've been here almost a week now. And I'm going to say this lightly. How we as a people across the globe are. We talk about our identity being stolen and who we are, and we don't know who we are. I'm going to have to at least retract my words on saying such a thing. You know, family, it's a hard way to go when you've been enslaved and been basically kind of, oppressed, and you've been, you could go. You've been basically, held back, and sometimes we blame others for our issues and our problems. Today I had a great conversation with a young man, and as I begin to talk with people on the local side, and I'm hearing their sayings, their belief systems, why they are where they are. And I can't speak of all because there are very many stories that are told, and there are people out here who will tell you different reasons why they are in the situation they are in. I've said this probably 2 months ago, that it is my conclusion that you're only poor because it's you who made you poor. Now, I know y'all gonna get mad at me and say, oh no, the white man and the system and all that right there, we would have be further along if it wasn't for them and, them and what they done to us. And let me say this right here, family. Comes a time when you have to take responsibility. I've met many of brothers and sisters along my way, in America, in Canada, in Europe, in all across the globe. I met brothers and sisters down in Central America, down in South America, and we have most, not all of us, but most have the excuse why they can't make it. And I asked the question, are there not other people in your country like yourself who've made it? Yes. And they give reasons why they made it, or excuses. They knew somebody, they work in the government, their family members left them money, or what have you. Well, I'm here to submit to you all. I was never in that predicament. My mama and daddy didn't leave me or gave me, my mom's still living, a penny when I became of age to start working at the age of 13. I'm gonna say 13 just to keep it when I was really making the money, because I started work earlier than that. The young man I'm talking to today, he said that he had, working odd jobs on the beach, trying to scrap up money, just living day to day. Got an opportunity to be able to work at a hotel, and then got another opportunity where somebody saw something in him, and it was a police officer who rents his car out so that he can go ahead and do taxi driving. Now, I've heard many stories of different people giving people opportunities, and people have taken that and have been blessed by it. But there are even those who had never even been given opportunity, but out of their own power and strength, or the strength that the Almighty gave them, their wit, that they were able to sustain and be able to take note of today and learn by mistakes by yesterday and see that they can do business in different fashions in order to get them ahead. As I'm talking to this young man today, I had asked him about a group of guys that one of the guys made me this hat. And he said that, you know, those guys are called Beach Boys. And, you know, they sit back and just smoke their weed. They just work odd jobs, but not trying to get anywhere. And I said, I'm glad you told me that. I said, and I asked him this question right here. Do you think that the other Africans who are poor, dirt poor, can make it like you have made it? He said no. Now, I thought he was going to say yes, but he said no. And he said something very important. He said, what I had to do and how I carry myself, there are those out there who don't have it. For instance, he said, people have saw in me that I was a loving, trusting guy. They saw that I wasn't like some others, that they were willing to give me a chance. Now, how many of us can say that you are trustworthy, a man of your word, or they've been sitting back watching how hard you work, that you are out here trying to get it? How many of us, we give the bad impression, the wrong impression, when we out here scheming and scamming, cutting corners, just out with a handout, and not really trying to get ourselves into a better place? Now, I ain't talking about rich and poor and all that right there, but out of the situation that you're in, if you call yourself poor. So I said, wow, you're saying by the character? He says, yeah, but the other thing is that I have determination, and I see a lot of people around here in Sierra Leone, as well as I've seen in other African countries, who say that they're poor, and the reason they give excuses why they're poor is because they don't have the determination. Many lean so much on their government. I've heard that over and over and over again. Our government, and they're waiting for the savior. They're waiting for the savior to come. Whether it's savior in the sky somewhere, whether it's the government, whether it's a tourist just walking by, whether it's their mama, daddy, people seems to always wanting somebody to save them. Now, there's nothing wrong with helping each brother and sister out if they are helping themselves. But what I'm finding, many people, they sing the broken record. They're poor and they can't make it. But the little money they got makes it seem as though that it is little in their hands, and they take it and they spend it all up. And they say little doesn't get you far, and they only make enough for the day. Now, I understand you may be in situations like that, but I asked the brother, can you work 2 jobs here, 3 days? He says, man, I had to work 2 jobs. He said these guys can knock on people's door and say, I'll wash your car, or I'll wash your clothes, or I'll scrub and do your house, or what have you. But there are some people who just sit around just looking for handouts. What hurts me about Africa is that if our brothers and sisters, even in America, even in Europe, I've been there, around the globe, so I ain't just saying Africa, what really hurts me is that we are so gifted, we don't even realize it. This brother who made this hat, took him 3 hours, he said, to make it. And I'm like, you sit right over here and don't go get it. What other creativity do you have? I find that even when I'm coming through all these different countries where our people are, we do the same thing. It is sad that we can sit here in one aspect and scream, give our money and help our brothers, get our money and help our brothers, which we do. But I'm tired of eating the same chicken. Can anybody make any different special sauce? Can anybody please, can you please get vegetables and make them? I love vegetables. Does it have to always be chips or rice? You can mash up. There's a billion ways to make potatoes. Are we so accustomed to seeing one man pitch up a tent and put a business, and then you got 15 other people come along and put the same tent up and do the same thing? Where is our creativity at? We have to rediscover the creativity. Nobody stole that from you, because we are brilliant people, and I see such creativity that we do have, that so much more of us need to step out of this area of complaint and step into the area of where they can step into their destiny. It is a sad day when we have our brothers and sisters mimicking, copycatting, carbon copies, replicas of doing the same thing. Every country I go to, whether it is in Central America, South America, whether it's in Africa, whether it is in Canada, whether it's in Europe, I see our brothers do the same thing. You got 50 million barbers and beauticians, and 50 million people cooking the same food. Is there any diversity, more creativity outside of what you do? We are the reason that we can't step into our season. We are at fault that we are not challenging ourselves for much thought. We are killing our dream when we always screaming the same thing. It's time to give up the excuse about getting all the abuse. We gotta wake up. For you all who are in the diaspora, Africa is definitely for you, because you have such a different background of imaginations and creativities that you come right in any one of these cities and bring your specialty of differences. You gonna make a stamp in this sand on the ground. You will leave a mark that many are gonna question. Why didn't they think of it first? This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.